Hi, my name is Michael Naranjo and welcome to Real Music Works. And today I'm going to speak about an album that we were busy recording during the Wonder Remain and record label days. There were artists that were coming in and out, and as the band had their day job or as the band had to do their thing, my particular day job was being a music producer at this record company. So one of the artists they signed was a lady called Nelda. She was an Afrikaans female pop singer. And she was very particular also about what she wanted and how she wanted things to sound. But she gave us a lot of, especially she gave me a lot of freedom as a music producer to kind of put songs together for her to sing on. So what happened is that I approached my drummer at that point in time. I said, hey man, listen dude, while you're not doing anything, I think I can hook you up like a couple of sessions with a record label for you to lay some drums down for this new artist called Nelda. So he was pretty excited about it because there was no real, I was the only one that was earning a salary at the stable, and if we weren't gigging, they weren't earning. So the drummer was really excited about that. And so we started tackling some of the songs that she had done also with previous producers. We had to redo it. And as they were doing the paperwork, we were already seen to go into the studio and start tracking the particular songs that A&R had selected. And this was one of the A&R sessions I wasn't really a part of. I wasn't really very excited. After Klaskas, it was difficult to get excited about anything else regards for me, in my point of view. And I really started trying to see if I could, also do the demos for the upcoming new album for One Day Remains, which at that point in time was in the mix. So when Nelda started appearing at the studio, she would sit with me and I'd be with the acoustic guitar and I'd be trying putting some ideas together and finding the right keys and that sort of thing. I was still learning that. So there were one or two songs that she would sing and then we'd like do the whole band and it would be too high. So we had to redo the instrumentation except the drums. But that would include the keys, that would include the guitars, that would include the bass guitar. So it was at least a day or two's job to redo a song because a music producer made a bad call. So what happened was with Nelda, it was sort of feeling our way through song by song. A lot of Afrikaans songs that they were really happy with. The drummer was really good on these recordings. I think Guido also at that point in time and from One Day Remains came in and did a couple of sessions on this particular album. And then I really started getting involved with putting the guitars down, and what really got cool is that they needed one more song, and I love early Bon Jovi tunes, and she said she liked Bon Jovi. She would pull it out one or two songs, and then I said, no, that's the one I actually really like. It's called Born to Be My Baby. Let publishing deal with publishing, and let's record the song. So we did it. We rehearsed the song. We had to find a different key, so we pulled the song together. It was awesome. It was so exciting. I got to play my hero's guitar solo on the song. So it was a great little cover experience because I used to do it when I was overseas, obviously, so it was a great time. Putting this album together, Ziggy had a huge, big influence, probably more than all the other stuff. Pop music was quite required here, and I had no experience with pop music. I had experience with laying down tracks and making the arrangement, putting it together. And then the colors of the song would be added by Ziggy, and he would be great at vocal arrangements and harmonies and helping the singers, finalize all the vocal tracking and stuff like that. So once again, the label, every album that came in, I was busy learning the hard way a lot of the times. So Ziggy would be telling me how I would be able to arrange this section or that section and that section and this section, whether it was drums or guitars or keys, or he was very excited about having space and air and space between phrases. He says sometimes silence is wonderful. I got what he said. So that was making this record was. There wasn't a real thread going through the record. We took it a song at a time, and it was Nelda who I think she was excited about a particular songs. So each song was handled as a particular whether it was a genre. So it was more of a showcasing kind of record of what you could do. She was going to get out there and do a thing. And they cut a nice music video for the first single. And it was really doing well. And you know, it was an experience that I had that came and went. I was excited when the final album came out, when the artwork came out, and I was so excited. I realized that at the back of the artwork, it said, you know, produced by, but I was nowhere to be found. I was nowhere to be found in the rest of the credits, except maybe playing the guitar. I was furious because I had made the list already. I'd made the credit listing so that I can give it, because I needed to get the thank you list from the artist, and it wasn't really my job to do that. But anyway, so I got all the information from the artist, and I was sending it out to the A&R team that was busy with the Afrikaans artist, and you know, I made a big stink. I went into the office. I said, "Wait, dude, why? I produced the record too. Why is my name not on here? Why?" That for me was like a big kick in the nuts. I was just furious, and this was just one of the many things that I felt was a direct poke. It's probably me taking things personally again, but for me it was like, hey man, you know, it's gonna go out there. This is all I have. You know, it's the progress of one's works. And I was definitely involved at this capacity. I went to the studio manager. I made a stink. I wasn't happy. I said, Ziggy, help me out with this, man. And Ziggy went out to the front. And I even pushed it down, and I said, guys, listen, you got to reprint this artwork, man. My name's got to be on that record. And I was so particular and pedantic about it. Not to be an asshole, but I really needed to get it done. I really needed to do that, because I had put many hours when everybody left the studio. I was there on my own. I was given the key to the studio. I would leave at 7:30 at night sometimes when everybody clocks out at 4:30 and 5 o'clock. So I felt that my name should be on this record, man. So it made it all the way up to the powers of B. And then I got a little letter over the letterhead with an apology. I still have it today. It's probably the only thing I can attach this album to, say, hey, yeah, I did produce this record, because it doesn't really state anything. At that particular point in time, I was really turned on to being the music producer. At that particular point in time, I was really sort of getting comfortable with the fact that I'm not going to be playing on stage much, that I'm going to be more behind the glass. And at that particular point in time, another lady walked into the studio, which I met, and I didn't really know who she was until we had to have a very cool songwriting session, which I will discuss later. The song that we wrote was Beautiful Monster. So that happened in this time, and she was also a female singer. So I felt, yeah, I've got a bit of juice so that I can put together a song. I've got some creativity left. I've got something left in my tank that I can help this lady with. So not realizing who she was, I wrapped up the whole Delana thing, and that whole debacle was kind of, I think nobody really started talking to me in the studio except one guy. He was really cool. He always said, Mike, hey, relax, man. It's okay. Don't worry. Everything will be okay, Mike. Don't worry. I'll never forget him. Mr. Miranda, yeah, he was really cool. Richard Miranda, always helping me out and trying to keep me, keep my thoughts clear. And so when Nelda's record was finished and it was out there, I didn't really see also the artist backing me up to stand with me on this record, like, because I thought we had built a sort of artist producer relationship, so it could really be a good. No, I mean, if somebody produced my record, I'd make sure that their name is on the record, just for common decency's sake. But yeah, that's why it was probably me just taking things personally and letting things go, to be able to move forward, to be able to produce more music, to be able to plan things carefully, that sometimes when you have notes that it has to go all the way to the top, you got to do it and deliver it yourself. It was a very valuable lesson, and Yeah, like I said, we've performed on these records. We don't get enumerated for that. It just came and went. It was that's what it became, like working inside of a record label. It was just a music making machine. There was no heart in it. It was extremely ruthless, straight by the book, very archaic, and I guess at that particular point in time, I just didn't really do very well with authority, because I knew that I had a working formula. It was proving itself time and time and time and time and time again. But I kept, every time I was trying to do something, it was a pothole. So it was something I learned, and that was the point in time that I started moving away from being interested to be a part of the record industry and be part of this record label. I knew that nothing was going to happen, nothing was going to go down. I was just glad to be a part of it. So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow us on social media, and thank you for listening to myself, Michael Naranjo. This is Real Music Works. I hope you enjoyed it.